What's up, fam? How y'all doing? Almost choked. Not good. Okay. So, what we have in here? We're doing good. So, this is all protein. So, you got your... I'm hot. Florida's hot. We're like in the hundreds, guys. Okay, listen. Oh my God, I don't like that little dent in my head. Okay. So, you got your Spam that I'm so tired I will probably never eat after this. No, I'm done. So you got your Spam. You got your Spam. And okay, all right. We'll be there at 12:45, 12:26. Okay. So you got your Spam and you got your ground. You have Spam and you have ham. Okay, so let's say grace and let's talk. Okay. Oh my God, there's a Spectrum truck. My mom said this afternoon. Okay, let's say grace. Dear God, bless this food, bless this time, in Jesus' name, amen. All right. So, thank you to everyone who said thank you for the shout outs. You're welcome. We got to do what we got to do. Okay, so I thought of a story that I never even told you guys, ever. Like, I don't know how I did not tell you guys this story. So I was going to University High School. You guys can fact check me because I know exactly the movie, what it's called. It's called, hold on, let me tell you. Give me a minute. Let me look it up right now. Okay. Amanda Bynes. Okay, movies. Let's go to her movies. I still feel sorry for this girl. This girl was like, everything. Okay, I think this is it. This is it. Is this it? She's the man? I think so. Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, so what I didn't tell you guys. Okay, so if you guys go and watch Amanda Bynes, Channing Tatum, okay, and she's the man, right? So what happened was, okay, I'll tell you exactly what happened. And if you guys can believe me or you don't have to believe me, I have witnesses. I know people. John, you know this, bro. You know this. Okay. So this was like, let me see what year this movie came out. Let me tell you right now, what year did this movie come out? This movie came out in 2006. So this was my sophomore year of high school. So we went to school that morning and everyone was like, what's going on, right? And so we were just wondering, because there were certain areas we couldn't go. We thought something happened, whatever, right? So then my 6th period class was PE, right? Or no, it was home economics or it was something, whatever. We couldn't go to the gym that day and we couldn't go to the football field. We were like, why? So then the principal comes on the machine and he says, I know you guys are seeing all these camera crews and trailers and da-da-da-da. He's like, we have been choosing to do, for them to shoot a movie on the campus, right? And they said it's starring Amanda Bynes, who everyone knows from All That and all her other troubles that she's had, and Channing Tatum, who all knows from A Magic Mike, all these other movies that he's done over his years, right? Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, or whatever you call it. Not Transformers. He's done a lot of movies. Anyways, just look up Channing Tatum. He's done a lot of movies. So I was like, yo, that is so cool. So if you guys notice, a lot of movies where they're in high schools are actually real high schools that they shoot the movies in. It's not fake. It's a legit high school, right? They do it a lot in LA. They do it a lot in different parts of California. They do a lot. But I don't know why they came to Florida. But anyways, so University High School, you guys can look it up. It made the news. One of my friends was on it. He died. It made the news like 2020. Was it 2006? It might have been the same year, the year after, or before. Anyway, basically the storyline is Amanda Bynes, I don't remember exactly what happens, but she acts like a boy the whole time. And she tries to get into this school And then she has a crush on Channing Tatum's character, who he has a crush on her too. I don't remember the whole storyline, but because it's been years since I've seen it. So anyways, we were at school. We got to watch. Okay, so my job at the school through OJT was, our job was, we had to put the white lines on the football field, because there's people who do that. There's a machine. Well, that was our job to do, because I was in OJT, off the job training. And that was our job. We had to put the lines on the football field. That was our job. So I never forget, we got to go. We got to go see them shooting the movie, right? But we didn't get to like be in the movie or extras or nothing. I got to see Amanda Bynes from like far, far, far away. And I got to see Channing Tatum from far, far. They were doing some football scene. And at that time I wasn't playing any sports. I think I was doing bowling. So the two famous football players for our school, the quarterback, he got a picture with Amanda Bynes. They hanged it up in the school. I think it's still there to this day. And then she was really sweet. She signed autographs, everything. She was super, super sweet. Who knew there was a ticking time bomb going on? But she was so sweet. She wasn't like cocky. She wasn't like mean, because this was like a big movie for her. Because, everyone knew her from All That and the TV show that she did, and then some other movies that she did. But I had the big crush on Amanda Bynes. Oh my God. But she was sweet. She signed people's autographs. She didn't get to sign ours because our teacher was being a jerk and he wanted us to just work and not fan out. That's what he said. He's like, you guys are here to work. We hated this one teacher. He was a jerk. No, she was a jerk. Everyone else was cool. The two teachers were cool. We had one old school football player from like the 90s that was a teacher now. Then we had another old school baseball coach that he was like teaching baseball teams still. Then we had this really sweet lady with big, thick thighs. Like, she was fat, but like she was super sweet. Our classroom was like in this really cool portable off to the side of the school. Then we had this little really mean B-word lady. And I'll never forget. So we would work at Target. We would work at Target. We would volunteer basically at Target. We would work at Joann's, and we would work at, it was Target, Joann's, and Walmart. That's where we would work, right? They would work with the school because we were right across the street from Walmart. So they would work with the school. So I have two stories to tell you. I never forgot. So this one time we were getting on the bus and she was getting on my nerves so bad. I don't remember what something like sit down and be quiet or something like that. I forget what she said. I turned around and I said, beat you, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, oh, Biggie's going off. He finally snapped. And I went off on this lady. I called her every single word in the book. I said, shut your old bleep, bleep, bleep up and sit down. And I just went off. I didn't care. I was pissed. I was so pissed. And so she was all shocked. And even the other teachers who knew they knew it was coming. No one knew it was going to be me because this woman's like been with the school for 50 years. No one knew it was going to be me. But John, I don't know if you remember that, bro. I don't remember if you remember that. But John was like, oh, Biggie went off. Like, everybody was laughing about it. And then, I'm going to write you up. I'm like, go ahead, write me up. I don't care. So we get back to the school. We go in the classroom. She walks straight to the front office. We go in. The two cool teachers were like, Matt, like, we're not mad at you for it because someone needed to put her in her place, but you should have not used curse words because now you're going to get in trouble and then we're going to have to write some referral. They're like, but we're not going to write you up because someone needed to put her in her place. Because she acted like she was so better than all of us. And I'm like, honey, you're a teacher. 2, you don't make that much money. 3, you can barely even walk. 4, your kids hate you. 3, you hate your job. So it was like, whatever, because a lot of the teachers would bring their kids to the school because most of their kids were all college and they would come and help, and her kids would come and her kids hated her, but their dad was the principal. So they would come and hang out with us. So it was really cool, but like they hated her. They said she was evil and they weren't even her real kids. She was a stepmom. She never could have her own kids. Well, I think that's why she stayed with the school, because she felt like a lot of these kids were her kids, but no one liked her in the school. So then it got around the whole campus that I told Miss, I forget what her name was. And then I remember during lunchtime, they came over the intercom and said, Matthew, could you please come to the front office? Like, they said my full name. And I'm like, everyone's like, just go. You did nothing wrong. Just go. So I went to the front office. The principal was in there. He's like, you have Saturday school. You got to be here by 7:30 in the morning. And whatever, you know, he was just like, yo, everybody hates her, but you could have said it in a different way. I have to do my job. I don't even want to punish you because you didn't do nothing bad. Then he's like, you know what? He ripped it up. He said, no, just go. Just say you got in trouble or something. But he's like, bye. He was a young. He was like 23, 24, whatever. He was a principal. Super, super cool principal. Played football for UCF, whatever. He was mad cool. But he got an injury, hurt himself, like a lot of football stars. So he was like, you're fine. And then the next day, I remember we were in Target and we were walking, and I was holding I was holding something like this. I was holding like a big bag, but back then they said the bags that were like super, super big and deep. And it was our Friday, and Fridays were the days we didn't have to go to work. We could just walk around the Waterford Lakes, the mall. And, you know, you were supposed to ask like your mom or whatever to give you some money because we might see a movie. And that was why most of us did the class, because you got to leave the campus during school and it made the hours go a lot quicker. So some of us would get to see a movie. Some of us would get to go shopping. A lot of us would like eat. A lot of us would do different stuff and have fun. And so we were walking around Walmart. We were walking around Waterford. We were in Target. It was me, this girl named Amanda, and this girl named Jackie. I think it was Jackie. So I was holding the bag. I was way behind them. Or no, I was in front of them. I did not know. So anyways, I'll say it like this. So we were leaving the store and we were just right about to go through the thing. My friend John was carrying the bag, and this undercover cop tapped him on the shoulder and said, come with us. And then he said, it's not my bag. I'm just carrying it for my friend. So then he's like, we know who did it. Just can we have the bag? So we're like, okay. So he brings us three into a room and said, so you didn't think we were going to notice that you guys are shoplifting? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't steal nothing. So then the guy was like, yeah, we know you didn't steal nothing, but you were holding the bag. And I was like, yeah, but I was just holding the bag being polite because they're women and I was taught to hold women's bags. So he's like, yeah, you're not in trouble. The two girls are in trouble. Amanda's crying because she knows she was going to get a beating when she got home. Jackie was like, Beto, you know, she was from New York. She was from Brooklyn. She's like, what you want? Like, what's the big deal? Like, I don't care. Like, what you gonna do to me? I'm not scared. You know, she had no care in the world, had like 3 kids already, did not care. So then the guy was like, all right, well, you two are expended. You guys can never set foot in the store again. But when they say that, it's sometimes only like 4 or 5 years. They change that. They don't hold on to that forever unless you really, really do something bad. So anyway, so then when we come back out, that mean teacher, she's there. She just has a look on her face like, you know, like paybacks up. Anyway. So then we get on the bus. I have to stop the video soon. We get on the bus and we go back to school. The 2 teachers that were cool were like, I'm so disappointed in you guys. Matt, we know it's not your fault, but still, you should have been paying attention to what was happening. I'm like, okay. So we get back to the classroom. We go in the classroom. Our main teacher, who was super, super cool, he was a coach too, a football coach. He comes in, he's pissed, he's livid. If he could hit us, I bet you he would have hit us. I think we all would have got hit with something. I swear we would have, because he was so mad, so mad. You make us look bad. This is why a lot of companies don't want us in their stores. Now we can't go to Target no more. Target doesn't want us there anymore. The school's not, like, he just went off on us. He's like, Amanda, you no longer can be an OJT. Jackie, this is like your 3rd offense. You're kicked out. The school doesn't even want to be around you. Matthew, we're still depending on what your punishment is going to be. We know you didn't do nothing, but you were still associated with those people. And I was like, but I didn't do nothing. It doesn't matter. You should have been paying attention. So then they wrote a letter home to our parents. The principal got involved. The principal was like, you all are like expelled for like, no, we were all suspended for like, I think like 3 weeks we were suspended. That was our punishment. And then the principal was like, Matthew, this is not you. You need to choose your friends. You know, because everyone thought I was a goody two shoe. They were like, this is not you. Like, because he went to my church too. He's like, I see you at church. I see you as a different person. Why are you hanging out with the bad crowd? And in my head, I want to be like, I want to be a badass. Like, I don't want to be a church nerd, you know, whatever. So then, I remember I got home. My mom was like, what was this email I got? What was going on? And I told her what happened. And then she said the same thing. Matthew, that's not you. You don't need to hang out with that crowd. That's not good. I no longer want you around those people. I'm like, okay, Mom, it's fine, Mom. Bye, Mom. You know. And then I went to church. And then I got to church because of the stupid principal. Then he wanted me to talk to the youth pastor. The youth pastor was like, okay, I'm going to come pick you up every Friday. We're going to go out. We're going to go eat. We're going to go bowling. We're going to go whatever you want to do. I'm just going to keep you out of the streets. That's what he tried to do. And it was funny because his name was Matt too. Shout out to you, Matt. So he was really cool. His name was Matt West. So they would call you Matt W or Matt C. Or my nickname was just Biggie. Everyone just called me Biggie. So except the adults called me my name. And parents. They're like, I'm not calling you Biggie. They're like, what's your real name? I'm like, Matt. They're like, oh, okay. Some parents call me it that were cool about it. But like some parents were like, no, that's rude. But anyways. So yeah, like Amanda Bynes shot at my school and I got in trouble at that school. And then my best friend was murdered at that school. And then this house was built. And then my parents were like, you got to go to Timber Creek High School. And I'm like, I don't want to go to Timber Creek High School. That's a racist school and everybody's segregated and I don't want to go to that school. And then plus, I didn't want to be under my cousin's footsteps because he was like the big superstar for the school. And I like nothing against him. Like we're not, like I was never mad at him, nothing. I was proud of him. But like, I didn't want to be under that, you know, because people were like, well, what are you good at, you know? But I had no choice. I was a minor. I had to go where my parents told me to go. I wish I shoot. I didn't even know you could emancipate yourself at 15 and a half and the judge can sign off on it. And the only way that the judge will really sign off on it is like, one, your parents are never around and they don't exist and the state has been involved. 2, your parents are very abusive and stuff has happened to you. 3, they don't show you any type of like acknowledgement or nothing. That's the only way that a judge will sign off. Or if it's a really, 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 really bad situation, the state will allow you to do that, but they'll still give you like a social worker. I was like, shoot, you mean I could have stayed in Ohio and never moved to Florida? Like, I was so pissed. I finished, guys. I was so pissed. Like, I never would have moved to Florida. Yes, I probably would have never got my son. Yes, I probably would have never met John and Lily. Yes, I probably would have never been through what I went through to be stronger. So I am thankful I moved to Florida. But do I think I would ever be fat if I would have never came to Florida? No, because when I was in Ohio, my average weight for when I was in Ohio was like 190. I was always 190, guys. Every checkup, everything. They didn't even know why. They were like, at first they thought I was sick. They didn't know what was wrong with me. I stayed at 190. And I promise you not, when I moved to Florida, I gained a little bit of weight. And the doctor's like, that's okay. That's normal. You're under stress. You're a little depressed. It's normal. I mean, like, I think the most I went up to was like 201. I think that was it. I went up to 201. Exactly 201. Exactly. When I first moved to Florida. So in Ohio, no. I don't think that I would have gained. I don't think I would have been this big in Ohio. No. Because in Ohio, you walk everywhere. Everybody knows everybody. So a lot of my friends would have got their first, because in Ohio, you can get your permit at 15 and a half. You can get your license at 15 and a half in Ohio. So a lot of my friends, a lot of my best friends would have got their license and I would have just been hanging out with them every day at the gym, at the pool. We had Kings Island. We had come to the beach. I mean, there was so much stuff for us to do in Ohio. Not as much as there is to do in down here in Florida, but do I think I would have more kids if I was in Ohio? Yes. Because up there, the girls are, can't say the word, but yeah, I probably would have had, because all my best friends up there have kids and they all started at 17 getting girls pregnant. So yes, I definitely probably would have had a kid at 17. Not 19, like when I had my son. So it's technically not that long. Technically, it's just 2 years later from 17. But Um, yeah, guys, so that's my story. I know I went all over the place, but that's the first time a movie was shot at a school that I was at, and I saw two famous people. And you know what would be funny? Excuse me. You know, like some celebrities come and pass of other celebrities, and then they actually work on a product together, and they're like, have you guys ever connected or ever even seen each other? And everyone's like, oh yeah, at a award ceremony, or oh, you were my childhood crush, and it's so funny that it came full circle, and now I'm working with you. It would be funny for me to like, in that time zone, if I would have blown up, like say I would have got super super famous later down the line, like after I graduated, whatever, and then did movies and actually did a movie with Amanda Bynes or Channing Tatum, that would have been funny because I would have brought that up when you guys did She's the Man at my school. I was like 16 in high school, and you guys came there, and that was the first time. You know, that would have just been kind of funny. But anyways, Amanda Bynes don't act no more. Channing Tatum is humongous movie star, but still. He was in G.I. Joe. That's what the movie he was in. It just hit me. I think it was G.I. Joe. But I love you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye bye.